Okay, next tutorial we are going to create a complex animations, which is a kind of animation that combines several different animation types. You may move it, or at the same time you can rotate it and set alpha or fade it and fade out. So it means that we going to create a different animation at the same time, so it will look complex animations. Uh, like that. Okay, so before continuing, I'm going to show you or explain a bit of theory, a bit of methods that we are going to use on this tutorial. So first is to translate animations. This is the custom translate animations method that simply can useful to move the object from one position to another positions. So as you can see here, so the it has a lot parameter, 8 parameter. The right parameter here is here, as you can see here, is starting position from the x, and it should be from the x and y value, and to the x and y value from one position to another position. We can translate the object moving from one position to another positions. So this is more detailed information of each parameter. From X type is a constant uh, animation or positioning type, or low position based type, and it has three value. It can be animation absolute, animation relative to self, or animation relative to parents. I'm going to explain that after this. So from the x value means that you have to write the x post starting positions and its floating points, and it can be absolute number like a coordinate number if you use the absolute on the animation absolute type, or it can be percentage. 1 is 100% and 0 is a 0% if you use the relative to self or relative to parents. Okay, so same thing happened for another parameter like the from x and the to x, yeah, means that from initial exposition to destination exposition, from initial y position to destination y positions. To make more a bit little clear here, I'm going to give you an illustration. So let's say I want to move this logo from these 0 0 positions to these 50 50 positions. So in this case, first thing first, you have to determine what kind of positioning type that you want to use. So of course we are going to use the animations dot absolute positions, because it simply move from one coordinate to another coordinate, and it reflect on the screen coordinates actually. So we just write translate animations from animation absolute 0f to animation absolute 50f. Yeah, so the first parameter is determine the x from, which is this one should be the destination locations, the x destination location, which is this one, and the rest is all for the y positions, this y 0f to this y on the 50 floating coordinate. So this is how you work with animation absolute. You use the absolute number, which is refer to the screen coordinate. And the others positioning type is animation relative to parents, and of course the animation relative to self. For the animation relative to parents, you use the percentage between 0 to 1f, and you translate the object relative to the parent width or height size. So for example, if I want to move the object on inside the container, inside the real constraint layout, and I set it as 1f, means that the object will be moving as width as the parent's width. So for example, the parent width is 700 pixels, 700 dp. If you if you use the 100%, means that the object will move more or less 700 dp, because you use 1% of the parents. If you use the 0.5% of the parents, means that the parent width or the parent height will be divided by 2, and the object will move at that long. Okay, so 700 dp the width of the parents, and you want to move only 0.5%, means that 0.5 floating or 50% means that it only moves 325 dp. Okay, and the third unit positioning type is animation relative to self, means that the object will be moving according to the width or height or its own size. And once again, it's percentage from 0 to 1f. For example, if you have a rectangle image and it has 100 dp both width and height, and you want to move it on the x coordinate using the relative to self about 50%, means that it only moves 50 dp because it's use the it's relative to itself. Yeah, so there's another handy animation classes like an alpha animations from this alpha to another alpha, the rotate animation from this degree to another degree. The scale animations is basically a scaling from uh, first coordinate to another coordinate. Okay, and of course you can combine multiple animation to make it like a single animation transformations, and it looks complex, and you have to use the animation set. It's like a animation group that collecting or grouping each animations, and it can be played together at the same time, and it composed into a single transformation animations. Okay, let's take a look this example. So I have two animations. The first is translate animations from 0 to minus 100f, and the second is the alpha animation from transparent to solid, yeah, to solid condition, solid state. And we combine or we collecting or we grouping both animation into a single set like this, and then we set the durations. Yeah, we can play it, and the object will animate, uh, will fade in, and also move to minus 100f together at the same time during 3 seconds. Okay, and interpolator is very important. It defines the rate of change of an animation, means that it can accelerate the animation or decelerate the animations. Yeah, it depends on what you want. So you can refer to this website to have a clear view about the interpolator, how it works. So as you can see here, if you accelerate and decelerate interpolator, the animation will looks like this. It will go slower at first, and at the end it will be a little bit decrease the speeds a little bit and move it back just like that. So there's several different interpolator that you can use it to enhance your animations. Okay, so how do you create or code the interpolator? Is very easily. You can set the interpolator, and the whole group, the whole animation inside the same group will have this interpolator. You can use desired interpolator. Just refer to this website if you want to use a fast in, out, in, slow, and so on and so on. Okay, let's try it. I want to at the beginning, when we starting the applications, I want to create animations, two animations. The first is translate animation, and the second is alpha animations, and I want to apply it in the image logo too. Okay, or on the first image, which is the image logo front. Okay, let's open the main activity, and I'm going to minimize this one. Right, first we create the animation translation for anim translate animations like this. You need to import it too. Just import it, and we have several parameter. The first one is the x positions, the x position, the x coordinate positions. And first you have to determine what kind of positioning type you want to use. Is it absolute, relative parent, or relative to self? You can use the animation class and access the constants here, and we want to starting from 0f, right, the x coordinate positions, and we want to determine the y position too should be 0f2, and the third one, the the x destinations, also using the same animation absolute, and the destination should be minus 100f, like that. Okay, so it's, I think it will move to the left of screen because we are moving the x coordinate and from the original positions, and um the third one, the y positions, we no need to change it, just use the symbol 0f. So as you can see here, um, let's open paintbrush to make it clear to you. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm going to make a little bit uh, make it I want to explain, I have mistake when I explain to you about this one. So in this case, it's actually we not moving the x value, so it stays 0 to 0. Okay, and what we are changing here is we change the starting positions of the y value of the image. So it's starting from minus 100 floating, means that it's starting from top, and the destination is back to the original position, which is a 0f here. So let's redraw it again so you have a better understanding about what we are going to do here. So remember the starting coordinate position is this one. Okay, is 0f, right? And as you can see here, we set the initial y value to be minus 100f, means that the the positions of this rectangle will be moved to the top here about minus 100 value. So the original positions, it's going to use the different color, it's in here for example, and we move it to top. Okay, this, yeah, we move it around minus 100f. So we initially set the y position to minus 100f. So it should be like this, yeah. And as you can see here, the destination is the 0f. The destination is the 0f, means that it's going to send back to its original position, which is this one. Okay, so let's redraw the rectangle again. So the rectangles will move from minus 100f, and the destination is back to the original position, which is 0f. So the animation will look like this. Okay, now we set up another animation, which is the alpha animations. Alpha. Okay, so we are going to use alpha animations. So it should be from transparent to solid state, transparent to solid state. So because we use two animation at the same time, we are going to group it into a single animation set. Animation set. Let's set it as true. Yeah, the true in the constructor here means that you can apply interpolator in this set. Okay, so of course I'm going to use interpolator, which is the decelerate interpolator like that, and you indicate how the aspect or how decelerate the animation will be, how far the strength of decelerations um, force that apply on the image. So 1f means that we apply maximum decelerations. If you put it like a 0 0.2, 0 0.3, you just apply a minimum decelerate strength on the object. So we add both animations by calling anim here and set add animations and put it alpha here just like so. And of course wait, oh wait, yeah, and of course you have to set the durations. The duration of the animation should be 3 seconds like that, and I'm going to apply it on the image logo. So because it's starting from 0f to 1f means that, okay, let's say this one, which is the image logo front, img logo front dot start animations as true. I'm sorry. No, start animations, and then which kind of animation that you want to apply to image logo fronts, and we can apply the whole set. Just simply call set here. Okay, play it again and look for the result. Please pay attention. Okay, looks for the image. Yeah, it's slowing down in the speeds, decelerate, and it's from 0 transparent, or I mean 0 alpha, and it became 1 alpha, from transparent into the solid state conditions, and starting from minus 100 position at top, and it goes back to the bottom on its original positions.